My daughter, 14F, just came to me with some disgusting news. I am shocked and upset, and don't know what to do. I am still excellent friends with my childhood best friend. We grew up together, were there through each other's relationships, when we married the loves of our lives, when we started having children, etc. Our families are very close. She got married and had children a while before I did, so she has older children, including a 21-year-old college boy. I am practically his aunt, and know him very well. I could tell my daughter was in an unusual mood the past few days, but I didn't overthink it. Today, I went into her room and saw her crying. I asked her what was wrong, and she said she couldn't tell me and told me to go away. I don't know why, but I felt bad about the situation and asked to see her phone. She freaked out and started to scream at me. After a while, I got it out of her that she and this 21-year-old man have been in contact and talking/texting/calling over the past year. WTF? My daughter was in 8th grade. She gave me more details about the situation and said that he would encourage her to tell him her problems to form a close relationship. He started telling her that he loved her and saw her as a little sister, but told her to keep their friendship a secret from me and my best friend, his mom, and our families. I know about their relationship. He would video call her at night after everyone was asleep. They would talk into the night and would often go on rants to her about how they can't have a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship now, and my daughter would not know what to say. She would just listen, constantly talk to her about inappropriate things that I don't want her exposed to right now, such as his drinking habits in college and stuff like that. He talks to her about his problems, and I see an issue in this because a lot of his problems in college are nothing a 14-year-old needs to know about. I don't mind her knowing about that stuff, but I would like her to be taught more responsibly. His friend called her drunk one time and began to say explicit, inappropriate sexual things about both her and my best friend's son. For example, "You suck his D***K already, girl." I want to vomit. Whenever we have family gatherings, we usually let all our children hang out together, and my friend's son joins them. Of course, we assume he's just babysitting and watching over the younger kids. Apparently, at a gathering this weekend, he had taken my daughter aside and kissed her on the lips. It was her first kiss. He told her he had feelings for her, but that they couldn't do anything right now. I am livid. My daughter feels that she might have feelings for him, but she is also shaken at the same time because she's uncomfortable. Deep down, I know something is telling her it's not right, so she's so upset. She told me she feels like she likes him, but at the same time, she doesn't want him to come over anymore. I feel so sick. I feel like a shit parent for letting this happen under my roof. How could I have let this happen? There is so much more. This is only a tiny portion of the stuff she's told me, but I think it pretty much sums up their relationship. I don't know what to feel right now. Part of me wants to go over to my friend's house right now and scream at her son. I'm not going to do that, but I need some advice. I'm going to tell my husband later, and I know he will be extremely livid. I don't know what will happen to my best friend and me either. I don't even know if I care about my relationship with her at this point. I need to get some help for my daughter. I'm also afraid that she's leaving details out. I don't know how bad this is. Sorry, I'm just rambling. My head is spinning right now, and I can't get my thoughts together. Edit for more details. I asked her to show me the text between them, but he apparently made her download this texting app that automatically deletes their conversations each day. He made her do this so that they wouldn't be caught. Update. I found that in the app Instagram you can privately message people. I found this disturbing exchange between them. I believe the context is that my daughter blocked him on the texting app they used, and the boy became extremely angry and messaged her on Instagram. The gray texts are my daughter, and the white ones are from him. I am beyond pissed off right now. The exchange was from 2 months ago. Image transcript. OOP's daughter asterisk. Asterisk. Sorry, I was just feeling lonely. Had a bad day. Groomer, can you shut the fuck up for like a minute ever? Everything's is about you. I had a long fucking day and I don't respond to your texts and you fucking block me? You're a piece of shit. OOP's daughter. Okay, I'll just disappear then. Groomer. Unblock me or I'll ruin you. You're a dumb 8th grade bitch. You don't want to mess with me. OOP's daughter. Okay, I did. Update 2. Earlier after my daughter told me about this situation, I told her to block all communication with him, which she said she would. I had checked in with her later to make sure everything was deleted, and it thankfully was, and I told her that she was very strong and that I was proud of her. She knew me and her father were planning on talking to his parents, but all of a sudden, in the past hour, she kept trying to convince us not to and kept insisting that it wasn't as bad as she made it out to be. She kept saying it was her fault and seemed to get increasingly anxious. Me and my husband sat her down to try and work through the feelings and ask her where it was coming from, when she broke down into tears and told us that the boy knows that she told us and had messaged her. What I didn't know is that right before she blocked him, she messaged him out of fear, saying she was sorry. But she had told me about their relationship and what had happened. She told him that she wasn't allowed to talk to him anymore, or something like that. She blocked him without giving him the chance to respond. He apparently knows what her Tumblr account is and decides to create an account just to message her there. WTF? Here is the message he sent. I have never seen such a manipulative and horrific message, but it worked because it got to my daughter's head. She has been begging us to just drop everything and leave him alone. Obviously, we are not going to do that, but I'm at a loss on how to convince my daughter that things will end up okay. We've all agreed to go to bed since it's been a long night. I've kept my daughter's phone in my room, so he won't contact her in the middle of the night. Tomorrow we will deal with this situation once we are thinking more clearly and are able to take the best course of action. Thanks so much to everyone for the overwhelming support. It's really nice to have a place to vent to people, and the advice really helped. I'll try to make an update post later this week once I get the ball rolling on putting an end to this. Image transcript. How could you think I'm a bad person? You're the person I trust the most in the world. Some of the things I have told you are things that I've never told anyone in the world. You are selfish and evil at heart if you can really turn against me like that after everything I've done for you. When I've told you that I love you, I really mean it. But you are crazy AF to interpret me saying that as something more than just us being friends. You are like a little sister to me. Why the fuck would I want a 14-year-old? You are delusional. Whenever I would speak to you about how we can't be in a relationship, it's because I thought you wanted something with me. I'm totally fine without you, dude. The only one who needs me. I'm the only one who has helped you through all your shit. When asterisk, 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 and asterisk, 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 asterisk turned against you, who was there for you and talked to you whole night, even though he had so much work to do? Me. Who was there every time you felt depressed? Me. I can name so many other things. I kissed you on Saturday because I thought that's what you wanted and felt like you would kill yourself if I didn't. It's fucked up how you wanted, and I felt like you would kill yourself if I didn't. It's fucked up how quickly you can turn on me and use the things I've done against me to hurt me. I don't know what else you told your mom, but I'm tired of your drama and don't really want to be friends with you anymore. Sorry it came to this, but it's something I've been thinking about for months. All the stuff you do really affects, and I think it's best for me if I cut out your toxic energy. It came to this, but it's something I've been thinking about for months. All the stuff you do really affects me. If you care about me at all, you'll go to your mom and tell her that you lied and exaggerated like you always do. You owe me that after everything I've done for you. Don't screw me over like you screw all of your other friends. When you told me about your drama, I really wanted to believe that you were right. But maybe your friends were actually right about you being a terrible person, because I'm starting to see your true colors now. Please prove me wrong. You're no better than me, dude. You let this go on for so long, so you're equally at fault. Think about everything you've done before you try to get me in trouble. Image transcript over. Post update 1 day later. Hi everyone. I want to thank you again for the overwhelming support and messages in my original post. Considering all the advice we received, our gut instincts, and our information about the situation, we decided to move forward and get law enforcement involved. Our reasoning simply was that this guy knew exactly what he was doing and must be held accountable for his actions. Calling the police involved certainly has brought a lot more information to fruition. A thorough search brought up some more disturbing text conversations between my daughter and this boy that were enough to charge him with indecency with a child and possibly assault. We will continue to move forward with this and get our daughter the justice she deserves. The new findings, however, have brought up more information about our daughter's well-being. At the time of writing my previous post, I knew she was having some problems with friends in school, on top of this current situation with the 21-year-old. But what I didn't realize was how severe her emotional issues have been lately. I feel awful. I know teenagers are good at hiding what they want to hide, but I wish I noticed or tried to reach out to her more when I saw she was moody or isolating herself in her room. The police showed us a lot of messages involving suicide ideation, possibly signs of depression, the phrases, "I'm a fuck up. I don't think anyone would care if I disappeared," being constantly said. They strongly suggested getting a counselor and provided us with some resources. Here is an example of another thing the police showed me. Some background. She has this friend at school. I will call him Alex. She mentioned Alex to me before. They have gone to school together since kindergarten, and Alex would come to her birthday parties when she was younger. They are decent friends. She mentions him from time to time regarding basic things like how they have a group project together, etc. He's an adorable kid from what I've seen. The police showed me these direct messages between them on Instagram. I think he could be a good friend to her. He acts remarkably unfazed and calm when my daughter is exhibiting manipulative and volatile behavior. But that's still no reason to speak to someone in this way. I don't want to diagnose, but I'm terrified about my daughter's mental health and behavior. I don't know if it's BPD, depression, anxiety, or what. I don't want to make her think that this behavior is okay in any way. But at the same time, I know she must be hurting deeply to have to resort to treating people this way at this age. I don't want to make her feel like she's an awful human being, because she isn't. But I don't want to approach it in a way that seems like I think it's okay. She says she doesn't want to go to therapy, but me and my husband agree that she needs to at least go to a preliminary appointment and speak to one. She is pretty open with us, but I know there are things she doesn't want to tell us about, and there are things that we feel only a professional can help with. We've set up an appointment with both a therapist and a psychiatrist. I'm just rambling now, but I've always tried to give my daughter privacy. I think it's time I monitor who she's talking to. I don't want her to feel like I don't trust her, and like I'm spying on her, so it's complicated. If there were just some way for me to see the contacts on the app she's messaging without seeing the content, that would help. I just want to ensure she's not talking to anyone she shouldn't be. I don't know. We're glad that we can move forward and potentially get the 21-year-old guy charged with something and have him out of our lives. But my daughter is far from being healed. Thank you again to all who helped weigh in on this situation. Much love to you all. Update. I've received some interest in how the parents of the 21-year-old, the mom is my best friend from childhood, responded to the situation. I received this text from his mom not soon after the police went to their house. "You could have given me a heads up before you went ahead and destroyed my family. LOL. I did not reply to the text because it was immature. I did not want to entertain it, and I had bigger things to worry about." She called me a bit later, and I made the mistake of picking up. She began to berate me and told me that I had broken her trust and ruined her family and that they were going through hell. She said that she could have fixed things herself if I had come to her first, and that I didn't need to go to the police and escalate the situation. I said some stuff about how her cousin's life was ruined too. There are other things about how I'll burn in hell for this. I thanked her for the friendship and all she has done for me over the years. Told her I was not interested in debating whether or not I did the right thing outside of a court, and swiftly ended our friendship. Final update, 1.5 years after the first post. It's been well over a year since everything happened, and I figured I should give a final update to the community that supported me during such a difficult time for my family. I sincerely thank everyone who gave me advice and showed so much love and support. After everything last summer, we moved to a new state right before the school year started. My husband's job allowed him to relocate there, and after some time, I found a career of my own here. My daughter could start high school at a new school, and it was our best decision. She's very recently 16 and in her second year of high school, involved in track and XC, and has a beautiful new social circle and a boyfriend. Who's her age this time? Woo. He's been over for dinner several times and is a lovely young man who treats my daughter with so much respect. I'm glad she's happy now after there's still stuff she needs to work through, so she attends therapy regularly. She's happy now, after there's still stuff she needs to work through, so she attends therapy regularly. There's helping her a lot. All the dust has settled, and my family is happy, stronger, and closer because of all that's happened. As for the man who did all this to my daughter, we, unfortunately, weren't able to get too harsh of punishment. We fought tooth and nail, and were only able to get him slapped on the wrist with a hefty fine. We've come to peace knowing that we did all we could, and that he's out of our lives for good. We placed a restraining order on him, so he won't bother anyone anymore, and he's on the SOR. As for my best friend, AK this man's mother, we hadn't talked to each other in over a year. A couple of months ago, she told me she was in my new state for a business trip and asked me to get coffee with her. I declined initially, but she called me and told me she just wanted to meet for closure, that she'd missed me, and that she wanted to apologize for her part in everything. We met for coffee, and she thoroughly apologized for how she treated my family through all of this. She told me she only did it because she was afraid of her family falling apart, but now recognizes that it was selfish of her. She wanted to be friends again in some capacity, if I was okay with it. I thanked her for the apology, but told her I didn't feel comfortable resuming a friendship with her, and that it was best for us to go our separate ways. It was an unfortunate conversation. I and this girl have been together through so much growing up, and she has been my rock during some of the most challenging and scary times in my life, and vice versa. It was hard not to be sad or second guess, but I knew it was best. I don't want ties with her family or any connection there. Thank you again, Reddit, for everything.